Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good afternoon. Marcos here for one more English immersion at Talk and Talk. Today I'm here with Rafael, Lucas José, Lucas Brizola, and Fabio. Today's conversation will be about sustainability. I, I'm sure that this subject will give us the opportunity to have an amazing conversation. This immersion usually is led by Sarah, but Sarah had an appointment, and I'm here on behalf of her to lead the immersion. As you know, Talk and Talk is not an English school. Talk and Talk is a platform, is a community where you can practice foreign languages, especially English, Spanish, Italian, French, German, and Mandarin. Uh, Here we have a methodology. We focus on getting fluency on speaking. And we truly believe that anyone following this methodology can go from scratch to completely fluency in less than 12 months. I need to say that if Talk and Talk is not in school, I am not a teacher. I am a student, as all my colleagues here. And leading immersions is just part of our learning process. I'm here in Talk and Talk for a year. I'm completing 1 year in Talk and Talk just this week. If I'm not wrong, I started here last August 28th, 2024. So this week I'm completing 1 year, and I've been leading immersion since December. Uh, Actually, Talk and Talk has helped me to get a position. I work in the technology field, it's important to say. Uh, and Talk and Talk has helped me to get this goal that was getting a remote position to work from Brazil to a US company, being part of a globally distributed team. Actually, I play the role as a IT project manager for this company since March. And Talk and Talk has, as I said before, has helped me to get the confidence not only to engage in interviews and got my ass, but to be there, engaging in 100% English spoken conversations during my day. I live in São Paulo. I'm married, father of two teenager girls, twins, need to say that. In my spare time, I love to travel with my family, to cook, something that I did yesterday on Sunday. I cooked a good shrimp on the pumpkin, or as you used to say in Portuguese, camarão na moranga. That is a traditional plate from the shore side in São Paulo. That is the state where I live. Lucas José, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Good afternoon, guys. My name is Lucas. I'm 39 years old. I live in Campinas, São Paulo. I work as administrative assistant at Unicamp. I have been working there for almost 14 years. And I live with my wife. On weekends, I enjoy watching soccer games and sometimes reading books, but I enjoy reading these books. Nowadays, I I don't stay reading more, but I love it. And I'm here on Talk and Talk last month, July, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, let's go to the other Lucas here. Lucas Brizola, please introduce yourself and share with us what did you cook at this weekend, because Brizola is also almost a professional chef of cuisine.
Yeah. Good afternoon, guys, and congratulations 1 year in Talk and Talk,
Thank you.
Marcos. Um, my name is Lucas Brizola, but call me Brizola. I am 29 years old and I'm from Sorocaba, São Paulo, Brazil, a city that has gained unexpected visibility thanks to our TikTok mayor, called Rodrigo Manga. I live with my mother and my dog Mel. I am single, have two tattoos, and a real passion for cooking, especially dessert. um, in my free time, I love readings, watch movies and series, and listen to music. My goes from technobrega to rock. Academically, I hold a degree in logistics with an emphasis in administration, business administration, and a postgraduate degree in logistics and finance. I've been working in recruitment and selection in my field for over 10 years, gaining experience that shaped both my professional and personal growth. This year, specifically in February, I started studying English at TALKNTALK, literally from zero. And every day I move closer to my main goal, becoming fluent and confident English. And next month, I am begin a new journey in English, being a host. I confess that I'm very nervous and anxious, but without that, I am developing my English further and gain more confidence. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Bisola. Rafael, it's your turn.
Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Rafael. I'm 32. I'm a lawyer. I'm also a lecturer and PhD candidate in university in Paris. Nowadays, I grew up in São Paulo, but nowadays I'm living in Netherlands, in the countryside of Netherlands. And it's a pleasure to be here for you to improve and develop my English. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Fabio. You are on mute, Fabio.
Okay.
Both of you are muted.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Fabio Lima. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I work as a graphic designer and art director, and I have a experience in my field. I learn English because I want to work in another country and earn in dollar. In my free time, I like to study English, study my field, spend time with my girlfriend and my two little cats, and I like to exercising exercises outside. I discovered the Talk Talk in the LinkedIn with Philip, joined the winter intensive, and have been immersing myself for 3 weeks now. This is it.
Great. Thank you, Fabio. Do you really enjoy physical activities, or do you do this because you need to stay healthy?
Sorry, I don't
You said
understand.
that you enjoy practicing exercise.
Quanto tempo eu tenho?
Não,
Perdão.
não. Se você gosta realmente de fazer atividade física,
Ah, sim, sim.
é só
Yes.
uma brincadeira.
No, no, yes.
Just because we have another friend here in Talk and Talk, his name is Ricardo, and he says, I don't like to go to the gym. I go because I need to go, because what I like is to be seated in my couch watching to Netflix and so on. But I go, and he disagrees when anyone says, oh, I like to go to gym and so
No, no.
on.
Particularly for me, this is my best turn of the my day.
Great.
I
Same for
love
me.
it.
Same for me.
Today, hoje foi costa e bíceps, inclusive.
Oh,
Muito bom.
I lost today's training. I had a terrible night, but I will go to the gym to do my cardio, and tomorrow it will be chest and back,
Nice.
both. Okay, guys, let's start. So, question number one is a tricky one. In fact, I think we have 10 tricky ones. So, question number one, Rafael. The word sustainability is used everywhere in simple, everyday terms. What does this concept mean to you?
Yeah, to me, when I think about sustainability, I think about environmental and take care of the environment. Sorry. So and that's just to add something. Sustainability, I think that it's something sustain brings me an idea of to take care to maintain something like we already have this thing. And ability is just something that how said that we are able to do it. So to summarize, it's this ability to maintain, to take care of our environment that it's very, very threatened nowadays because of our way to live, to habit this planet.
Great point of view. And for you, Brizola.
For me, sustainability means taking care of your planet and the resource that future generation can enjoy them too. It's about living a way that meets our needs today without harming the ability of a future generation to meet theirs, creating balance by using natural resource wisely, reduce waste, and make choice that protect the environment, society, and the economy.
Great. Fábio?
For me, sustainability means caring for the world in a way that doesn't harm future generations. It's like in using what we need, but without overdoing it. Remember to save energy, water, and avoid waste. You are muted.
Yeah, thank you. I tend to agree with you. For me, to be very short, sustainability is the ability to be empathetic with the future, to think about a future not only for ourselves, but for the ones who we care about, and even for all other ones, because without this thinking, we will probably face a terrible future. And you, Lucas José.
For me, honestly, I'm not kind of person about more many about sustainability, but I know it's really important. But about the question number one, for me, sustainability is when you recycle your trash in your house and separate the different materiais. That's it.
Great, thank you. Question number two, Brizola, I'll start with you. Sustainability includes social and economic well-being, not just the environment. What does a socially sustainable community look like in your opinion?
I think a socially sustainable community is a place here people feel safe, included, and supported. It ensure access to good education, quality health care, fair jobs opportunities, and the safe living conditions for everyone. Community value inclusion, equality, and the participation, creating an environment here people genuinely care about each other's well-being in the future. Yeah.
Great. Fábio?
Okay, I'm no muted now.
No, no, you're not.
For me, socially, sustainability community is one where people having access to equal opportunity, fair employment, quality education, and healthcare. There's no point I thinking only about the environment with the society is unequal for me. This is
Great. And you, Lucas, do you have an idea about this?
It's hard question for me, but I uh, I don't believe about society sustainability in my world because we live in capitalism, and so we need money, we need buy things, food, house, and think about question two. I think socially sustainably is when everyone shares everything, like food, work. I'm confused about the term socially sustainably with socialismo. It's hard for me the question through. Sorry, guys.
No problem at all. And you, Rafael, living in Netherlands, how do you see this?
Yeah, but I totally agree with everyone. But I would like to. I was thinking about other things, but I listened at Lucas, and I remember that that's a very problem. Sustainability, if especially after to be impacted for how said that books like every book that Ailton Krenak wrote. I don't believe not anymore that it's possible to achieve this goal of sustainability. To me, it's about our it's about capitalism and not just about how said that other visions, European visions, like oh, I will so you're defending the communism or socialism. No, to me it's even how said it more deeper than that because I think that's the way that we have a relationship with the world. In the it is in the root of our thinking. For example, this difference between nature and culture, between animals and humans, there are totally how to say that there are many axioms. I don't know how to say it. Axiomas that we it's already not sustainable, you know. So to me, I could develop this notion, but everything that we are trying to preserve cannot be preserved if we think that they are just things to be used. So that the new nature exists in a side and that don't have a life, that don't have how to say that rules, and us we are the elected beings in this world, and everything that we have here are here to serve us. So that's a problem, and I think that is the root from the capitalism. So to me, it's so important to change everything. But for sure, not, I'm talking about a revolution of a thinking. So it's totally crazy and different, and we have to be inspired by the other visions that we have here in the different communities. But in our own community, that it's more related to the Occidental thinking. I think that it's important to try to be at least to like Ailton Krenak says, at least to avoid the last of the world, the end of the world. So it's something that will happen for us, but to try to live better. I think that's important to give how say that equal opportunities for everyone, to give more access to something that a welfare state like we have here in Europe, but it's based in my opinion in exploration and the years and the historical colonialism that we have. So it's very complex to think about it. I think that's I just bring how say that problems and confusion that I have in my mind, but it's a great topic.
Yes, it is. I think that I totally agree with all of you. You explained it very well, but for me the trick here is when we thinking about in anything about communities as a group of people. I live in a condo. It's not a large one, 100 neighbors, and every year we have a yearly meeting, and man, just goes no more than 25 or 30 neighbors. And there is no consensus between those 25 or 30 that goes there. There is no consensus. The seventh that don't go makes too much noise all the year. And for me, that is what is tricky when we think about communities. Because to be sustainable as a community, we need to develop an ability to reach consensus, to leave your own opinion behind the interest, the large interest of the society. And I don't see us as humans as products of capitalism capable of doing that. When Lucas was telling about about the capitalism, I was thinking here, yeah, we need money. We need money, but probably we don't need as much as we work hard to get. If we just used the environment and the resource, the natural resources to get the enough to give us what we need for our needs, it would be probably enough to think about ourselves as a sustainable community. But we don't want to. We always want more. We always think we need more. So that is the reason why I think that socially sustainable community is an utopia, something that we are not ready to get because we always want more than we need. For me, thinking about the way I see the world, the way I see myself as someone who is this capitalism products results. That is the what I see, and that is one of the largest blockers I can see. Okay, question number 3. Fabio, what is one sustainable habit that you have successfully adopted into your life? And what was the biggest challenge in making it stick?
One sustainable habit in the example for me in the epidemic pandemic I adopted was reduce my use of the disposable plastics, always using reusable bottles,
Renewable, maybe.
renewable bottles and bags. The biggest challenge has first because the practically of the disposable items stamping, but over time it become part of more my routine now.
Great. And you, Brizola?
I do same thing as Fabio said. I stop using plastic bags at the grocery stores. Today, when I grocery shopping, I usually use a cardboard box provided by the store, or take a reusable bag with me. I always carry my own bottle. The biggest talent without doubt, as I'm remembering to always bring it. But I try everything on party of my routine. Yeah, that's it.
Great. And you, Rafael?
I totally agree. I was thinking here to add something. How said it? I do the same. So to use, and here, especially in Europe, it's mandatory. I don't have. It's not something that I have to. How said that I'm suffering to use it to stick this habit, because it's just something. If you don't bring your own how say that own bag, you will pay for another one. So it's mandatory. But other thing that it's important to do, and I'm trying. Not I'm trying. I've been doing it for a long time. That is to separate. I don't know how to say it. My trash, so my garbage. So I use it. So plastic. Here I put to recycle my bottle of waters that I usually use every single day to drink more water. So and here, especially in Netherlands, it's something that doesn't happen in France. But in Netherlands, they pay you back. So it's something that it's a kind of incentive to do it. And in the supermarket, they have machine. So it's so easy to do it, and you can, and it's so how say that important that they have it in on the supermarkets, because you can save the cash and buy another what you want. So I think that's it to me. I'm not so how say that strict in my measures, the measures that I've been adopted to try to help the planet, our life, but something that I've been thinking so much more, and especially this relationship that we have with other beings, you know. So the people, that is not just us. That there are animals, there are also at rivers, and they're trying to be more connected. To have, for example, ecotourism is something that I've been thinking about it. I don't know yet how to do it properly, but I think that's even a good way to really connect with the another society that we are visiting. So it's something that I've never did, to be honest, but I think that is the next step, because I've been through house that I travel a lot, especially compares with my house that past. And I think that's it to me.
Great. Thank you. Lucas?
And for me, like Lucas said, and when I go to the supermarket, I generally usually I use recyclables bags, invest the plastic bags, and I use the semi bottle water, uh, Tupperware, and I have this bottle water. I think 1 year the same bottle, and in my house I separating my trash and recyclable and no recyclable. Uh, I I know it's maybe silly habits, but I this is I can't about the sustainability. That's it.
Great. For me, it's the same. At home, we uh, collect our trash and separate them to be sustainable treated by the company that collects the garbage here. And another habits, not exactly a habits, but another uh, decision uh, regarding sustainability was adopting renewable energy at home. So we invested in have solar energy at home. So now we can, in some way, save some hydroelectrical energy. So that is it. For sure, it's there is an incentive when I do this because I will get the payback of the investments in some years. So since I did this investment in the infrastructure of my house, I started paying almost. I started paying less in the energy bill, so that is this kind of incentive, but there is a way to help to save some energy that it costs much more for the environment to be produced. Lucas José, question number 4. How do you balance the desire to be conscious consumer with the reality of a budget?
Sure. So I think I buy what I need. I'm not a person who likes to buy a lot of things. Um, uh, when I was teenager, I was totally different because uh, I started to work early, and I bought many things when I thought about at the time. I I feel shame, I think, but nowadays, for example, I could buy other bottle of water, but I think I can use more, and I think that's it about the question number 4.
Andrew Rafael.
Yeah, it's a good question because I'd like, for example, no, I think that I'm not someone that consume a lot, especially how said that I I'm not someone that shop, too much. The most part of how say that my purchase are in the supermarket. Like I have said that the poor persons in around the world. So especially here in Europe, I'm not. I don't have so much money, so I just spend my money with supermarket with food, and I try to how should I save some money to travel a little bit once, twice a year, and to do small trips. So I think that I can say that I'm kind of a conscious consumer because I really think about it. But to be honest, the first thing, especially in my position, that I think it's about if I can afford the price of and what I want to do. So I'm not maybe it's just an excuse that I'm giving to myself, but I think that I'm not in position, for example, to think too much about if when I will buy an ice cream, for example, if the producers are how to say it sustainable or something like that. For example, if they are not using slavery workers, or kind of thing. That is, I know that is so important, but I don't think that I have the power to think too much about it. And I will. So that's it in my about myself.
Great, thank you. And you, Brizola?
For me, balancing the desire to be conscious consumer with the reality of the budget is challenging because products and the practices that are healthier and the environmentally friendly often cost more. I try to prioritize what I can afford, like reducing West using items and buying local when possible. Sometimes I choose higher quality products that last longer, even if the costs a bit more because the saving money is longer run. I also remind myself that small consistent action like using less plastic, saving energy, or supporting local markets uh, i- still make a difference even on a tight budget. Yeah, that's it.
Great. Fábio?
For me, I try to balance the choice. I buy careful. Sometimes I can't afford the most sustainable options because it's expensive. But I try to compensate by consuming less, avoiding excess and prioritizing quality for me.
Great. Guys, for me, yeah, it's interesting because while I care about sustainability, the reality of budgets is always in front of us. So I'll give you an example. I own and drive a flexible car. My car can use ethanol and can use gasoline. Ethanol is more sustainable, and ethanol is also cheaper than gasoline, and at the end, it is 1 or 2 cents cheaper than gasoline. So it's an easy choice for me, and it gives more power to the engine. So the car gives me a better experience when I'm driving. So it's easy. But if the ethanol used to cost 20% more, it was more 20% or anything else expensive than the gasoline, I would probably choose gasoline because I need to respect my budget, my family budget. So that is a tricky one. So at the end, while we have this, one can have this social consciousness about sustainability. Economics is always a force of nature. Is something like that? That saying that money don't accept. Sorry, guys, I need to use Portuguese. Dinheiro não aceita desaforo. I don't know the word in English for desaforo, but that is it. You can have your conscience. You can really want to do sustainable choices, but you need to be strict to your budgets. And if I wanted to put an expensive uh, fuel in my car, I would need to cut in something else area of my family budget. So at the end, I will choose that one that is strict, that strictly attends to my budget. So at the end, to be conscious, and I loved when you said that a consciousness is also being active on making a decision about, do I really need this? Do I really need to buy this? And that is it. So do I really need this product? Do I really need to have this expense now, or can I just save for my monthly budget, and this will help me to be more sustainable in other areas of my life. Guys, 3:51. Maybe you have time for just one or more two questions. Let me see. I will jump to question number 8. Let's start with you, Brizola. What is the role and responsibility of large corporations in building a more sustainable world? And also, can a company be both very profitable and very sustainable, in your opinion?
Oh God, it's so hard. Oh God.
The gods of capitalism can leave this happen.
Oh God, large corporation have a hug responsibility because their decisions affect millions of people in the ecosystems. Then can lead to change by reducing waste, using renewable resource, and investing in sustainable supply, oh God, supply chain. Yes, a company can be both profitable and sustainable. Example include business that innovated in green technology, eco-friendly products, or circular economy models. Uh, Profit and the sustainability, in my opinion, don't have to conflict if long term planning replace short terms gains and the main focus. Yeah. Wow. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's it.
It makes sense to you. It's all important, man. Joking. And you, Lucas José?
For me, it's hard question, and I chip the question. Eu pulo essa.
Okay. Yeah, for me it's a tricky one. I live in a green area in São Paulo. I said that I live in São Paulo, but in fact I live in a small city in the metropolitan area, and I live in the middle of Mata Atlântica. The condo where I live used to be part of Mata Atlântica. In fact, all the state was Mata Atlântica 500 years ago, but the area where my condo was built was Mata Atlântica maybe 50 years ago or even less. So I can see lots of forts and greens here. But a large part of these greens are not nature forests. They are eucalyptus farms. Let me find the word for it. Eucalyptus farms that are sold to companies that wanted to buy green foods. So that is the only way I see nowadays, and probably I am not an expert and I'm not seeing a lot of other opportunities, but when I'm thinking about being profitable in this sustainable world, that is the only way I can see a company making money. raising eucalyptus to sell to companies that destroy the world, so they can have their conscience a little bit lighter. So I tend to agree with Lucas José that that is a tricky one. And you, Rafael?
Yeah, very interesting questions. Hard to say. I don't believe that it's possible. I've already said, it's something very important because large corporations nowadays they have how say that more money they many in the countries around the world, and they are transnational, multinational. I don't know the exactly term that it's used nowadays, but they are around the world. And for example, just to give you something that everyone is, many people are thinking like that, especially here in Europe, they enacted a directive that's a kind of law named Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence directive that it's made just for how so that hold liable big companies, very big companies, for how say that this kind of thing, for how say that damage around the world, not just in Europe, damage that have been done in Amazon, for example, or violation, hard violations from how say that in the human beings' rights, so the human rights, sorry. So there are this kind of notion that these companies are very how say that they have they are liability, so they chew what is happened around the world, and especially here in Europe they're trying to hold this big companies because they are the companies responsible to hire the medium and small companies. So, like Lucas said, the supply chain, it's something that you have this possibility of how said holding liable these big companies to have a domino effect around the world. So it's something very important to think about it, not to really achieve this utopic sustainability, but at least to have more sustainable world and to respect our rights and the nature's rights too.
That's it. Thank you. Fábio?
This is a hard question, but I can try. For me, large corporations have a huge responsibility because the impact of million peoples and resources. They must invest in practices that reduce pollution, loss, and inequality. I believe it's possible to be both profitable and sustainable because innovation and responsibility can attract new uh, customers, create the efficiency, and even generate positive values of society. However, my vision is limited on this subject. For me, this is it.
Great, guys. One another point that I'm not sure if we mentioned here, that is that usually large companies sells their shares on the stocks options house. They pay dividends. They have infinite partners, so they need to they are demanded to be profitable, and if they are between taking an action that will be sustainable but less profitable, and another one that will be hard to the environment but it will be profitable, probably their leadership will choose the second one because they need to give some answers to the market, to the shareholders. So it's hard to think in large companies adopt and embracing sustainability and keeping profitable at large scale. Guys, wow, what a conversation, what a topic. 4 p.m., it's time to end. Hope you have enjoyed. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good weekend. It's just Monday.
Good. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you.